chips.
All right. So pudding.
All right, let's play D&D. Everybody in the initiative tracker.
Is it figgy pudding?
I don't know.
That's pudding with figs in it.
I mean, black pudding could have figs in it. You don't know.
Who am I missing in the initiative?
The pudding.
It's in there.
Pudding on the
Ritz.
Ritz.
Chris is good.
Oh, okay.
Denny is good. Layla is good. Rachel's good. Kelric is good. Joyden, I do not have.
Oh.
What was your initiative?
17.
Oh, you can do it.
Yes.
Okay. And I think that's everybody. Sweet action. Cool. So Joyden, you don't know if this creature has noticed you or not, but an ooze, a black goo, has been become pouring out of the hole in the wall right next to you.
Oh boy.
It's like the worst glory hole in history.
Oh no! Don't stick your junk in it.
It's a glory hole.
It starts out as a few small dribbles, and then the stream is begin to pick up, and as it hits the rock floor underneath you, you hear it hiss, and it begins to coalesce. It begins to squeeze itself together, like the T-1000 in Terminator. It's like globbing it together.
Oh gosh.
Grody.
Since I'm not going first, I'm just going to stare at it and fight. Ah! Ah!
What would it be?
Okay, Chris. Oh, I need to roll initiative for one more person. You get to go first, and you hear the screams of your friend.
Where are they? Do I know where they are?
In front of you, somewhere. You hear it coming from up the stairs.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I guess
Correct.
I go up the stairs.
Okay.
Take me.
Good choice, Jesse.
Can I go? Oh, I can.
Can we all talk about Denny's pimp coat for a second?
I'm cold.
Pimp coat.
What temperature is it there?
I don't know, like 60 degrees.
Do you know what it is here? Hang on. Look.
Oh no, you're gonna flex on us, aren't you?
I am.
Gonna flex on you.
It's
30.
It's 28 degrees.
I got my heated blanket.
That's perfect snowy weather.
No, I mean 28 degrees is fine because at that point your body's so cold it stopped giving a shit. It's like being wet.
That's not even really that cold, honestly.
80 degrees is cold.
I agree. I prefer 80.
You still have movement left, I think, Chris. The coldest it's ever been in my lifetime in Missouri was -16.
Well, beat 62.
Backwards.
Why do we move away from Houston again? Is that your full turn, Chris? You're just gonna double move?
I think so. I don't think I can.
Because you,
why did you move?
Because you don't like us.
Yeah, you thought we were too
Friends from a
stinky.
distance.
Knew it. It's because we smelled like bad cheese.
Oh, speaking of that, you know how I'm always telling people to go eat a big bag of little dicks?
Yeah.
You find a big bag of little dicks.
I have a big bag of little dicks. I got this for Christmas. Anyway.
How do they taste?
I don't know. I'm not gonna open them. If I open them and eat them, then I no longer have the bag to throw at people. It's your turn, Denny.
Oh.
Gonna have to swoosh up these stairs, so I don't even know how far I can go. One. I don't think I can go up the stairs.
Why not?
Something's stopping me. There I am. Okay. I didn't even know where it was.
Oh, is there like a...
20, 30.
Oh yeah, there's a line there that I was not aware of.
So I think I can only get about this far.
With your... Yeah, you can move again as an action if...
How far? Like here?
Another 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 23. Alright.
So, Chris and Curtis, the two of you careen around the corner hearing your friend scream, and you can see pooling around Joyden's feet is just a collection of a black viscous fluid, and it's steadily pouring out of this hole and stacking itself up. It's growing in height. Some stuff happens that you can't see.
You still did good.
Does she have... She does. Okay. So she's going to move to there and hole. And then Joyden, it's your turn.
I want to run as far away as I can, which is about 60 feet. Whoops.
Hang on, I gotta scroll back up and find your stealth check. Because remember
It
you
was
were
real
sneaking.
high.
Oh,
26.
yeah. That's cool.
26.
Okay. Yeah. Then
Yep,
okay,
same.
you're good. You can move back.
Oh, you've got
Okay,
me up.
cool.
I'm
Then,
sorry.
then I'm only going to move 30
You can
feet
prepare what you want
away.
to do.
Oh my gosh, where's the mover?
You bump into something right here.
Right here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, excuse me. I mean, wait.
Yeah, and then you hear a voice go, "Yes, excuse you."
No?
It's like,
Who?
Who's here?
like
Rosnar.
Duh.
Thank you.
Esmel Rosnar. Yeah, you're standing on her right now, so you might want to move
Okay.
back.
Yeah. I want to be.
She's like, it's like two rogues because she's like, move over there. No,
Yeah.
this is my hiding spot.
It's like, but I was here first, according to my eyes. Hold on, I need to make sure I'm 30 feet away from this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna fire at it with my bow. If I can find my bow. Ah, yeah, there you go. Frostbite attack. I got 3
Get
A
him,
20
get him.
will hit. And I need to look at
13
this thing's character sheet because it is. Not resistant to piercing.
Yes.
So you do.
I knew it.
I knew it. The arrow.
I heavily conjectured it.
So, Joyden instinctually draws back this bow, and the air between your front hand, where the bow is gripped, and your back hand, your rear hand, where the string is drawn back, coalesces, and there's a shimmer as the air like draws in and freezes in place, and forms a needle sharp, thin arrow of ice. You fire it into this thing's body, and it sticks in, skids across the floor, and then melts into its body, leaving behind no trace.
Yay.
Nice. I look at the bow. I'm just like, good job. I like that.
Good job, Bo.
Layla.
And can I make another stealth check?
Good bow.
If you can find some place to hide. You're kind of outlined.
That's not currently
Okay,
occupied.
well, I'll just make a dash action to go over this direction.
Oh yeah. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel.
Yeah.
Hey, you skipped me.
Oh yeah.
You skipped me.
So this.
Oh, I'm
goose-
sorry. I skipped you.
You skipped me.
Okay, sorry,
Aw.
Layla.
Oh, hold on. I'll be done quickly. Okay, so I can cast spiritual weapon where I can see. Move 30 feet.
You can see your girlfriend.
Aw. I can't see her on the corner, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. Let me count here. Go in this back corner. And I'm just gonna double move. That'll be it.
Okay. So you come around the corner, you can see this goo pouring out of the hole, and you can see the rest of your friends quickly backing away, and then it's Rachel's turn.
Oh, all right. So, where is the goo? I don't see it.
It's pouring out of a hole in the wall right here.
Oh,
If you
right
attempt to eat it,
there.
I will laugh.
All right. I'm going to eat it.
Oh,
You'll probably die.
give him
though.
ideas.
That sounds amazing.
Here, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead, even though it hasn't finished pouring out of the hole. I'll go ahead and throw it on the map so you
What
guys
have
can
you
see it.
done?
I'm true to my word. I laughed.
Mmm. Looks delicious. Okay, I'm gonna. Excuse me. Huh, burped.
It's like Jello.
You're gonna use
do-
Mehoff? What's a Mehoff?
What's a Mehoff? I'm gonna do the acid breath weapon.
Okay.
let's see.
That's a dex save, I believe.
I think. Oh, why did it not show up?
Hmm.
I clicked it. Okay. Acid breath weapon. Sorry. Yeah, it is a dex save. You have to
Okay.
beat 13.
The acid splashes across the pudding, across the form of this black tar pouring out of it, out of the hole, and it just splashes across it. It sort of seems to sit on top of the creature like oil on water. It just doesn't mix.
Ew.
Ew.
Gross. Damn it.
Imagine if there was a UV
Well,
light, it would get everything.
Did you want to move?
Sure. I'll move towards it a little bit.
Okay. Kelric, you're still at the
Okay.
bottom of the stairs. I'll move you in so you
Thank
can
you.
see.
Yeah, seeing is nice.
Oh, can you see?
Don't do it.
I don't have dark vision, but I'm assuming that I can see that there's a light source ahead of me.
Yeah, I
maybe?
think someone has a light source.
So I'm just
No,
gonna
you
walk
don't.
towards the light.
Who has the light source?
I think it's
Uh,
Buster.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Do you want me to move back?
It's too late now. Your turn's over.
Do I like see like a faded light from over
Oh
here?
no, Buster has super dark vision. Yes.
Okay, then I'll just walk towards the light because staying in the dark seems like a bad idea in a dungeon, just generally. So, I guess can I get to here? Can I get
Yeah.
here? Okay, so can I roll knowledge of some sort to try and identify whatever this thing is?
Hang on, I gotta see what kind of creature it is. It would be
Comfy.
Thank you.
Arcana?
It's like wearing a pillow.
Mm.
Is it 18?
On 18, it is let me see. Yeah, it's you recognize it as a black pudding or a black ooze. They're large, amorphous. Think like land jellyfish. They don't really have a brain. They sort of just move and consume.
Do they
Um,
move fast?
Fairly. They're just once it's done forming, it's gonna start throwing out like tendrils and dragging itself along the floor, and basically trying to absorb anything into its form that it can find. It's not really intelligent, not really like fully functioning creatures. They're sort of like jellyfish is the most accurate comparison I can come up with.
Okay. Guys,
They are because they are basically a big pool of semi-intelligent acid. They are immune to acid, cold, lightning, slashing damage, and they will dissolve anything that touches them.
Darn it.
Guys, don't touch the thing. And it's immune to most shit.
Cool.
What's it not immune to?
That is what it's not immune to.
Radiant, necrotic.
What she said.
Don't know what other stuff is. Fire?
Poison?
Poison?
No, not poison. Because I think that falls in acid and.
Poison's its own thing.
Oh, okay.
Psychic.
They don't have eyes, like functioning eyes to see, so people are not really sure how they see or move around. So, but they
Aw.
don't need to be able to see you to find you.
Yikes.
They don't have ears, and they're not really a functioning like thinking thing.
Yeah. Wait, was fire on the list of stuff that you gave me?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You did it with fire. Fire's fine.
Fire's good, okay.
Speaking of fire, I have a thing with fire, don't I?
Oh, I do
I don't
too.
know.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just checking. No lightning
Fire
was
hot.
mentioned. Well, I guess I'll throw fire at it with my little produced flame buddy.
Aww.
Ta-da!
My tiny
You did it.
Sorry.
Okay, go for it.
Is that your ringtone, Uzi?
Why, yes, it is.
That's
great.
a dex thing, yeah.
I have no idea. You tell me it's your spell. Click on it and see what it says.
I clicked on it and
I'm pretty sure, I think I even went through your guys' character sheets today.
I'll keep
wait.
the misspelling.
nope, that's. Oh wait,
Yeah, that's it.
Fireball.
Okay.
Reduce flame. So it's an attack
Fireball
roll
goes
of 9, which misses. So you throw out your ball of fire. You're yelling about you
Oh,
on it. The creature sort of
Here.
globules. It just opens a hole in the middle of itself. The fire splashes down onto the cobblestones, and it has no effect.
Here it comes.
We're gonna roll a d4. 1 or 2, it's Curtis.
there we go.
Uh-oh.
3 or 4, it goes after the invisible chick.
Uh-oh.
Does the
Two.
Hey,
Oh.
2.
she's gonna use her held action to shoot at it
does the fire still remain active?
It'll be fine.
on your hand. Like,
Oh, okay. Sorry. It doesn't really work that. I guess it only works that way if it's in your hand. Okay, never mind.
because you can light it and then like throw fire at people.
Right.
She's gonna shoot at it with her hand crossbow. She's gonna hit. It's gonna take a smidgen of damage. So a crossbow bolt appears out of the air. A tiny one, needle, like a needle, or what's what I'm looking for here? It's only a few inches long, and it stabs into this thing. And Lady
Like a hat
Esval,
pin or a dart.
yeah, Lady Esval Rosnir appears in her strange outfit. The dart smacks into it, but then the creature, the tendrils, smack out across the ground. It begins dragging the form across the ground
Hmm.
toward her.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh boy.
going to try to nom upon her.
Whoa.
Get out of there! Tuck and roll!
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Shit.
Mhm.
It's just
Does this
one.
thing- Does this thing have
Oh my
multi-attack?
God. This one stresses me out so badly. Did a great job.
I know, it's pissing me off.
Mhm.
Okay, so it smashes forward, but she dodges out of the way as one of the tendrils flicking out. She sort of kips up, bounces off the wall, rolls backwards, comes back to her feet, and is reloading her hand crossbow quickly. She looks back, a little black mask. She looks like a TV superhero. She has like a dark hood and like a black mask with a black mascara on. So it sort of hides her identity, but now that you guys have met her, it's easy to recognize her. Chris,
When did she get in that outfit? Chris wonders aloud.
she was in that when you guys showed up at the
Oh, was
Yeah.
she?
Like before
Yeah.
we even teleported in.
when you guys showed up here, and then Layla actually recognized her as somebody she delivered potions to for the Xanathar Guild.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
so
I'm
Chris.
gonna load. Well, I guess it's already loaded. Probably. I'm gonna pew pew this guy with my a poison.
Just
pistol.
immediately.
I know. I can't even tread shallow water.
Mm-mm.
Oh God! So there's a sudden kaboof that rips through the tunnel, and a hole opens up in this thing, Chris. Like
Whoa.
you just blast a big chunk out of it.
Oh, it didn't do that much damage this time.
Nice.
I rolled bad damage.
You
for
did
it.
more damage than anybody else has so far.
Well, okay.
Hooray!
Wait. Okay. There's a dog. There's
I'm
a
so
dog trying
glad
to play
you're on
fun.
our side.
So the bullet rips through it. You flick down. You open the little latch on the back of the pistol and quickly begin jamming the next shot in. Did you want to move at all, Chris?
I guess I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable right here at this distance from it.
Okay.
Aw.
You can see the ball sort of like it blasts through. It hits the stone wall in the back, and it sort of flops off and lands into the creature's body. And you can see the ball begin to dissolve inside the creature's form.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that.
It's right here.
Curtis.
All right. Thing is gross, and I don't like it.
What is this? A wisdom save?
Yeah. Can someone like set it on? Do we have any torches with us?
It got
I
a
could do fire
3.
hands.
I have a torch.
So it takes
I'm
1
not
point of
using it.
damage, but more importantly, it feels sad.
Oh,
Oh, good.
So it will have disadvantage on its next attack.
Gross.
Yay!
You're gross, and I don't like you. And you can see the thing, like it sort of just wilts a little, like it just gets a little flat.
It kind of deflates.
Joyden.
Awesome.
Words can hurt.
Did you say piercing was
later.
not good against it? As I run across to the other side of the room before
It's
shooting at
it's okay. I think it's piercing
Oh.
worked before, didn't it?
I think cold wasn't working.
Cold wasn't working.
Oh, okay, good. So, anyway, I want to shoot it again because that seemed like it worked. Take that! Ooh, 25.
That hits.
Nice.
And
I
you
don't
will get
think
your
that-
sneak attack.
Yes! Oh, yeah, other people are attacking.
Because Lady Rosnar is right there. You can see she's like reloaded the hand crossbow. It's on like a sling, and she flings it around behind her and then whips out to Chris's eyes, a functional rapier, not something that's fancy or bejeweled or beautiful. It's a blade made for use, but it's blued like you would blue a gun to keep it from being reflective. So that's 15 points of damage. Nice.
Wicked.
Did you want to move?
I moved back to this pillar.
Bonus action. Do you want to try to hide behind the pillar, or
Yes, I will try to hide.
go for it?
Boop. 10. Oh.
Ah,
Well.
nice, Jesse.
Layla.
Woo, woo.
Layla is
Wow.
going to cast her spiritual
Amazing.
weapon 60 feet in front of her, which should be right in front of
I
the
did.
dude.
That works. Yeah, you can put it wherever you want.
Okay. I
Is
want
it
it
a
here.
lipstick again?
Yes, giant lipstick right in its face hole.
Somebody
Whichever
needs to.
face it's got.
Somebody needs to draw me a picture of a big lipstick so that I have that as a token.
Aw.
Spiritual weapon, go.
I will give you this sword that is on fire instead.
It's a 10. 10 to hit.
Controlled by Layla. Let me look things AC. I don't think a 10 hits.
Okay, well I got other things up my sleeve.
A 10 hits.
Woohoo!
Wow.
That's not bad.
Alright. Well, fucking
Aw.
eat this shit. 11.
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
then I'd like to Sacred Flame him with my full action.
And that's a dex save.
Yes, sir. It's also a cantrip. Cantrip.
Damn.
I got a 0.
Good. Fucking eat 6 more.
Hey.
I'm useful.
So the giant lipstick apparates in front of this thing and smashes into it, which pins it to the wall, and then a gout of fire smashes down on top of it. As it burns away, the fire leaves little flaming, smoky hearts that drift up into the air.
I would like to
Aw.
note
Aw.
that it makes a lipstick smear whenever it goes
Like,
across.
puts lipstick on it.
That's right.
Nice.
Okay. Rachel.
All right. Well,
It is.
now that I
Now
can
then.
tell it has a fire weak spot, I think I will try fire. Okay. The burning hands.
Yeah, that's a saving. Some.
Yeah, burn it, Buster. Touch that thing.
Ah,
I don't want to touch
You know
it.
what? You don't have to touch it. Burning hands is like you're a human flamethrower. Dex save.
Flame
go
on!
home. Flame
Uh,
on.
I got
My hair is
a
on fire.
3.
Oh no.
Take 6 points of fire damage.
Quick, wipe it off.
So
No.
Buster steps forward, sort of spits in each hands and rubs it together, and then holds out his hands, thumbs touching, and a gout, like a triangle of flame, engulfs the pudding. And it actually shrinks, it wilts, bits of it evaporate or burn away. It's still moving around, it's still thrashing about, but a big chunk of this amorphous blob has been incinerated. Kelric?
Calric is going to give. It's gonna give Buster guidance because he's the closest one that I can see.
Oh, thank you.
Do I have the moving flame graphic? Let's see. I mean, it's not a continual effect, and that's typically, but I do. I have this. So, weep, like that, and then it would be like that, and then it would be just like this.
Awesome.
But then it's immediately gone.
That would be cool if you could just hold it there. Then you really would be like a torch. You can light our ways, Buster. Like you lit
So-
our hearts.
Oh,
Elric.
I gave Buster guidance.
You're welcome.
Okay, Buster, you have a D4 that you can roll on your next skill check or saving throw,
Ooh.
oh, thank you.
which makes it the pudding's turn.
Did you hear the food?
I'm just gonna casually do this and see if
There's
anybody
some
notices.
vampire ear.
As another one works its way out of the
Uh-oh.
and begins to
Sweet
form itself
Jesus.
up.
Oh no!
Just when I thought it was terrible, it gets worse.
Yeah, put
skipped
Clark
Lady
in a
Restar.
hole.
She's going to bonus action disengage and run the fuck away. She doesn't want to be. What layer is she on? She's on the map layer.
Yeah, she's like right in
She's a
front of the.
fixture.
She just runs up next to Joyden and like smiles,
Sup?
and then she cocks her hand crossbow and is gonna wait. Which leaves poor Buster there by himself. So the puddings are gonna squirt.
Wait. My
Wait,
sword's in the
not
way.
puddings,
Your sword is not a physical object.
Oh, it doesn't want to eat it?
It can't. It doesn't get an attack of opportunity or anything.
Damn it.
So Buster, one pseudopod, a 7.
Oh,
It slaps down to the ground. Buster dodges out of the way. The other one flips out its goo. 15.
for the armor.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that hits. If memory
Your
serves.
AC is 10. So it smacks you. Gets amorphous goop, and the goo wraps around you, and it begins. Are you wearing?
I'm wearing like leather armor, I think.
Okay, you can see chunks of the leather armor peel away. It's ingesting your armor. Your armor takes a -1 penalty. And you
shit.
will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the pseudopod slams you into the wall,
Ooh.
and 14 points of poison or acid damage as it begins digesting you. So you can see chunks of your armor actually literally begin to peel away, being like digested by the creature, and the places where the armor is eaten away, where the goo gets to your skin, you can feel it burn and the acid begin to eat into your flesh. I think you are resistant to acid damage because of the type of dragonborn you are.
Yes.
You take 7 points of acid damage.
7 points. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Which makes it Chris's turn. Chris, your friend is being digested. Bits of flesh and their armor are melting away.
It's not delicious. It's eating me.
I thought I would eat it, but it is eating me.
And then it's Chris's turn.
Oh my God.
Oh, my mic was muted. Hello.
Welcome.
Think? Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Can I grappling hook Buster and pull him out of there?
Aw.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Make an athletics check. Yeah, no problem.
Buster, get over here.
Oh.
Can you make a dex save for me at the same time?
Okay. Dex. Nope.
Okay. You grappling hook, it wraps around Buster and you begin reeling him out. And you get him pulled mostly out of danger, but when the grappling comes up, like when the rope is choked up back up to your hands, the rope dissolves. And you lose about 10 feet of the rope.
Oh shit.
Well,
It's okay. It can be patched.
yeah.
It's just
Holes that
melted.
people can't.
Can I mend things that have been melted?
Only if you have like the other piece. If somebody cut the rope in half, you could put the two halves back together.
Okay.
Denny.
Do I have movement though?
Oh yeah, you can still move.
I move. I'm gonna.
Oh, the one that missed had disadvantage, so it doesn't.
I'm gonna go
So you're viciously mocking it again,
Scoot back.
Curtis?
Yeah, what happened? Is there two of them now? Ugh. Ugh.
Double the trouble.
I got a 7 on my saving throw.
And can I also
Because I rolled a 13 and
give
I
a
got a
bardic
7.
inspiration?
Yeah.
So, Lila?
I get what? Inspire?
Bardic inspiration. How do you inspire Layla?
You're looking really radiant today. I
Ah.
hope you don't all these gross things.
Yeah.
Aw! You
Finger
see her
guns.
begin to glow.
Lady Esvel Rosnar is going to use her help. While Buster is in melee with it, actually, that was her trigger. So she will do 10 points of piercing damage. And then she gets to sneak attack, which is this many d6 for her.
Oh.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so she kills one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Job.
The
Yay!
crossbow bolt fires into something that must be important, vital to the creature, because it just sort of begins to stretch across the floor. The sentient part of it seems to have been damaged and destroyed. And then somehow she got moved out of initiative, so let me put her back in.
It's okay.
Chris, it is your turn. Wait, Chris, Jordan, it's your turn.
Awesome. I'm going to step, to the left a little bit so I can see it.
Slide to the left.
Eh.
To the right.
Crisscross?
Cross.
Cha-cha,
Anyway,
real smooth.
Boop-a-doop, boop, boop, boop,
I
boop-a-doop.
can't do enough. Oh, 10.
A 10 hits.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, 20
Oh.
damage.
Good damage. You don't get sneak attack, but
Oh, wait, really?
yeah.
I mean, because that other one. Oh, right, 10. All right, I got 10. So, yeah.
No,
10
no, it's
damage.
because Esfel shot it while Buster was still in melee. And then Chris pulled it out of melee. She was holding the crossbow bolt. She was holding her action until it came into melee with somebody. When it came into melee with somebody, she shot it.
Right. And I also got a 10 on my sneak attack, so
And
I
you got
wasn't
a 10 on
already.
yourself. Yeah, and it has blind sight.
Sneak. Stealth.
But you shoot it. The frost bolt, the bolt of ice, stabs into it, and it does pierce in, and you see the creature recoil in pain. But had this been like a solid thing that's anatomy you understood, it would have been much more deadly. But Leela.
I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm gonna move as bonus action. Move my dude hat. Is that a bonus action to move it, or is it an action?
It's a bonus action to give it a command, so you can tell it move here and attack.
Can it attack where it was?
Yeah, or you can move it. Like right there's fine.
Oh, it can attack here.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's a
let's
it's a
attack
big
her.
fucking thing.
Big old lipstick. Let's slap her.
No, the thing it's attacking is big.
Well, let's give her a slappins. What we got? 16?
16 hits.
We got this. 13
Okay.
points of force.
Okay.
And
It
then
swipes it with a lipstick.
can I use my sacred flame too?
Yeah.
Give her another slapping for 6.
Dex. It's so good at these.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 0.
That's right, fucker.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You ain't pretty.
So it's smashed by the lipstick, burned by the fire.
That's right.
Layla is slowly stalking this creature down. Rachel, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh, thank you for saving me, Chris.
No problem. I think it would be kind of gross to watch you get eaten alive by a big old pudding.
Yes, I agree. Now.
Come to me. Let me touch you.
Oh, you want to touch me?
Well, you can do a cone. You can do a cone of fire first, and then come to me and let me touch you.
Oh, okay. Let me do the cone of fire, and then you can touch.
You're gonna cast fire hands of death again?
Yes,
Burning hands?
That seemed to work the best.
Okay.
And I don't have to touch it, so that.
No. And then there. It's just. It does get it. Dex save. There's no way it passes. I got an 8. So you another gout of spitfire comes out of Buster, and the thing burns and recoils back. But it's still alive. It also has disadvantage. Kelric.
I want to try throwing fire at it again.
Did you want to
Kelric.
move, Curtis?
Oh yeah, Curtis. Do you want to move back toward
Oh,
Layla?
yeah. How much am I moving?
Not Curtis. Buster.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Go over there and hang out with Layla.
Let me touch
Kelric.
it.
Oh, well, actually, if Buster's right there, I can cure wounds.
You can't reach him.
I can move.
Oh wait, there.
I have
Can
legs.
Buster would be all of your movement to get to here.
okay.
Okay. I love it when you guys
Uh,
don't even quite. Nah, you could actually get further back.
Oh my god.
have 5 points.
Oh, thank you. That's much appreciated.
It's awkward head pats.
Which makes it the amorphous blob's turn. It's not smart enough to do anything else, so double.
I'm glad that it could only do it.
Lady Rosnir circles around behind it, and she looks at Joyden, and with a wink rips out her rapier, the blued sword, and stabs at it.
Nice.
For
He has
5
the
points of
flair.
piercing damage, and she gets her sneak attack. Oh, you know what? Ooh, that's real dumb, but I already said I was. So she stabs it, and then her rapier begins to dissolve inside of its
Oh
body.
no!
No.
She whips the rapier out and starts shaking it off, and looks up at the with you, and she goes, "Perhaps stabbing is not the best idea."
True.
Perhaps.
And then
Distance is the best medicine.
Chris's turn.
It's me.
Mario.
Yep.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna scoot over here, away from it a little bit, and I'm gonna pew pew.
Your bot keeps calling me other people's names.
I know, it's hilarious. You guys got it all confused.
Like every time I cheer, it's like Klondike cheered.
You're not Klondike. I know.
17 points of damage. So Chris, like right as you finish loading the next round is not the right word. They're little paper cartridges, little paper bags, basically. You load into the back of it, and then you have to prick with a little pin and sort of dump it out, and then it has a flintlock. It's a process.
Yeah.
But right as you finish doing it, you snap the chamber closed, the little door that closed. You look up, the thing is right there in front of you. The pistol comes out, you fire again, and you open it, begin reloading. Denny, it is your turn.
Is there anything left of this to yell at?
It is still alive. Yeah.
Is there anything else to yell at?
Well, I just wanted to know that I don't like it either. I don't like its face.
You keep doing 1 point of damage, but it just always has disadvantage on attack.
Good.
Like that's every round. It's like 1 point of damage. Yeah, I got a 2.
I'm helping.
And you have disadvantage on your
You
attack.
are helping.
I'm making it feel bad about itself. So
It
it does
does.
anymore.
It does. And you can tell, like it's a little flatter. It's not puffing up as big. The tendrils aren't like the tendril that was wrapping around the pillar to pull itself forward. Sort of lets go. Like it's not. This doesn't feel great, Jordan.
No one wants you.
Oh, he's not feeling it
Can-
anymore.
Yes.
Can I move as far away from this as I can? Like, I want to see if I can make a perception check if there's, like, another one coming.
It's up to you.
Oh yes, I do want to do that. This giant lipstick. That freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, I'm seeing red.
I
Nice.
love it.
You found it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, hold on, I gotta bring it out into
You
light.
may not have been halfway working through that when Chase said someone just dropped this.
I love it. It's
Yay!
beautiful.
So good. You don't
Thank
see any
you.
more of them. Joy.
Oh,
No more.
don't have to worry about that. Can I still attack it?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is one of those moments where the rules say no, but the Dungeon Master says yeah.
oh.
15 is a hit, and you will get
I'll
your
take
sneak
those rules.
attack.
All right.
How do you want to do this?
I would like to take one of the arrows before it comes up, and I just stab it. Just
So Jordan draws back the bow,
Huzzah.
and then as the arrow comes, reaches forward, he snatches the rushes forward and just jams this thing into the black pudding. The arrow immediately begins to melt, but it's enough that as you feel the ice splinter inside of its body, that the thing deflates. The tendrils stop flashing around, and it just sort of falls still.
We did it! Yes.
Yay, my lipstick.
Yay.
Okay, I need to-
Nobody died.
Recently uploaded lipstick.
Only I got a call.
Rename. Layla. Sacred Weapon is the name of the spell?
I think so.
Okay.
Isn't it spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon. You're
Spiritual weapon?
right. Yeah, it's sacred flame. Spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon. And then the best cantrip you can have is a cleric. Just kidding.
Okay.
Actually, this one is.
Okay. I officially have the token set up and named. So I can pull it whenever you need
Yay.
it. Okay. Everybody is stable. Nobody's dying.
Yay.
Yeah.
These two oozes, these things, cease movement. Lady Rosnar goes. She looks at her rapier and goes, I'll have to get that fixed later. And she sheathes it, and she's like, yo, excuse me. And out of her pouch, she pulls a familiar-looking little silver vial, pops a cork out of it, drinks it, and vanishes.
Oh, bye.
I'm sensing a theme
Mhm.
here.
Did you
Smell
say
it
she's?
later.
Wait, you said you were going to use that cork on the wall, right?
It's sitting on the floor, but it's not big enough to stop the.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
damn it.
I'm gonna
Also, they'd probably just eat through it, right?
A black
Well,
putty.
a cork maybe, but we still need something to put there. Probably should throw a stone in it.
As a refresher, you guys are right.
How long does Bardic Inspiration last?
I think a minute or something, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, still got it. Let's go fight something else. Quick, while I got my lipstick.
Let me refresh. The chamber you guys are in,
Yes, please.
it's a hall. It's a hall with a 20-foot ceiling. There's 3 pillars running the length of the hall. All of the pillars are carved to resemble warhammers, with their square heads pressed to the floor. The western wall bears a cracked mosaic. You guys had some trouble with the mosaic once before. That depicts
yes.
a dwarf smith working at his forge.
Does that mean if we get out of combat, we go back in, your lipstick will need refreshing?
Well, yeah.
The
Yeah.
dwarf crafting at the forge seems to be forging dwarves out of a bucket of black diamonds. He's actually forging other creatures. There's 3 archways to crumbling bridges that span the entrance to the foyer, so the place that you initially came in.
Hmm.
Oh, it's dark.
Hmm.
I'm gonna light a torch. Can I light a torch
Hmm?
for me so I can see?
Can I cast light on somebody else that has? Yeah, cast
Nothing
it on
down
me.
there.
You could
Ooh.
cast light on me, and then I wouldn't have to light a torch.
Yeah, then you got 2 hands for stabbing.
Yeah.
So you cast light on something that Chris is carrying. And Chris, you now have a light source so you can
I
see.
can see.
put it on you, like on your armor or something, like on your butt.
Okay.
Nah, probably on your chest.
Oh, I probably should have mentioned that they're kind of past that way, but I haven't been down this way. I don't know if this one is a
There's a path down
safer
here.
one than the third one.
Let me heal up my friend back here. Old buddy, old pal.
Old friend.
Old
Friend of mine.
I'm gonna give you
Oh,
the touches.
thank you.
Hi. Take 13 health.
Oh my goodness.
You're back to
Yeah.
full.
You're doing great.
Joyden, I need you to make me a
Slap on the
dexterity.
butt. You gotta look for traps, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
Where is
Welcome.
dexterity? Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Send the lipstick
I'm good at
first.
those. But I got a 3.
The bridge, as you walk out further, the section of the bridge crumbles underneath your feet, and you fall to the floor below.
Ah!
You're gonna fall 60 feet.
Oh,
Oh, no.
No,
internet. What bad?
Jordan.
So Joyden will take 17 points of damage,
Oh, Joyden, are you okay?
and is now in the foyer again.
Oh shit.
Oh, can I fix my grappling hook?
Hey,
You
Jordan.
can-
So
The grappling
It-
hook itself
it's
is
like-
fine. Just the rope is now 10 feet shorter, so you have like a 40
Oh,
feet.
okay.
So Joyden, the bridge. I don't know how much you heard, but the bridge gave out underneath, fell, and initially entered through, and you sort of rattle off the wall, smack into the ground hard. You feel the breath knocked out of you. You think you feel a rib give, and maybe a
Ugh.
sprained ankle. You take 17 points of damage as you impact the floor 60 feet.
Hey,
I grabbed my ankle and just like.
Chris,
Ah.
how much rope do you have?
40 feet currently.
Hey, Jordan.
This section of
Hi.
How do you feel about cast and jump, buddy?
That should be good.
I
using
think she can just
shoes and whatnot.
walk back up, can't she?
I could, but I could also jump back up 30 feet plus stuff.
I'll wait until dinner.
Oh, how much is jump worth?
it
I think
triples
it's
your
10
jump.
times 3. Oh, yeah, it's
Hey,
triple.
what are you doing?
And
Yeah,
your jump,
so I
your
could
jump
run.
distance with a running start is your strength score. What's your
Strength score is 0.
not the
11
modifier, the
total.
score.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So you could jump 33 feet, which is not high
And-
enough to jump back up there.
No, it is.
How far did I fall?
Because that is more than 20, and you said 60 feet, and
Yeah.
Chris has 40 feet of rope.
You could try to jump and grab the rope and then get
I need to
pulled
look
up,
in the
yeah.
menu. I might order
Yep.
something.
Or you could literally just walk through the door and
I
walk
want
back
some
around
falafel rice.
and then
Yeah.
not
Or
use
that.
a spell slot.
You just walk.
Yep. And just close my eyes and not look at the dwarf. Yep, that's a good idea. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Walk
We'll wait
in
for
the
you.
hole.
I like to think that when Joyden casts jump,
You cut out.
I like to think when Joyden casts jump, she takes her fingers and wipes the bottom of her sneakers.
Aw.
Have you guys ever seen basketball players do that? It's
Nope.
really gross. Oh, they do it. It's really gross. There's now a big gap in the bridge.
Cool.
It's
I'm
fine
gonna-
over here.
I'm gonna try and grapple hook across.
There's
I can just
the
mow it
bridge on
over.
the other side is smooth, and then there's just a door. It's not really anything, just with the grappling.
Mm-mm.
I can't
I'm gonna.
catch the door somehow.
You can make an athletics check. It's like a claw machine. How much time do you want doing it?
I don't know. Just one, I guess.
You throw it across. It hooks onto the handle of the door. It feels mostly secure. If you fall, it might save you. You're not sure if it's really going to be useful for.
Yeah, I
Closing the
just
gap.
want it as insurance. So when I try to jump this, I won't die. I won't fall like Jordan did.
Don't worry, I believe in you.
Okay. Can I jump it?
Make an athletics check.
Wait. Cast guidance on you.
Make an athletics check and add a d4.
There you go.
Oh.
Eddie 4.
1, 4.
Come on, 4.
Roll. 1d4.
Make
Well.
an additional athletics check
Okay.
to see if you can hold onto the rope, basically.
Nope.
So you jump
Aw.
across the.
I tried.
You slip at the very end. Another chunk of the bridge gives way. You feel yourself swing out. The rope itself catches you at the end, but then you feel it strain and snap as part of it was still eaten away by the acid, and you tumble. I'll cut 20 feet off,
Oh.
because you did some prep work there. So you tumble down to the foyer below. You take 18 points of damage as you smash down on the ground below. Your armor rattling about you, one of your rapiers kicked out of the sheath. It's quite the impact. There's a moment where you think you're okay, where the rope swings out and then it snaps and you fall.
Schwelp. That didn't work.
So just a lot of stuff happened all at once. Bridge broke. The
Are you
rope
okay?
Just bruised my pride. Don't worry about it.
You guys
That's
all
good.
right?
I'm feeling half dead. More so, really. Without my feet, I am nothing.
I'm gonna
Hi.
cast jump on myself.
Okay.
Boop.
That triples
And-
your jump distance.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, we might want to.
So what's your
Consider-
strength score?
I vote for another bridge.
I'm just gonna jump
Because
this one.
while I could jump 33 feet,
The bridge is gone, Curtis. It collapsed. There's just
Oh,
there's a
okay.
big gap. There's a 25-foot gap now.
I didn't see it because there's no little markings.
The big green lines.
Well, I mean
No.
this one.
Oh,
down
you're on a
there.
different
Cross
bridge.
Down there.
Yeah, I'm on this
Uh,
one.
Yeah. So as you begin to cross the bridge, as you get to the part where it teeters and you can feel it begin to crawl in, and I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
10 is my
I'm
strength.
great at
Ooh, be
Okay,
careful.
you can jump it with a jump spell then.
Does anybody want to lift?
Sure. Oh, we're all doing bad. We're all
wait,
doing bad
what do you
rolls
mean a
tonight.
lift?
Yes, you can.
I can
You could throw me?
I
I'll
can
take that.
jump that.
So Curtis, the bridge gives
Oh.
way underneath you. You fall. Oh wait, there's 2d6 short there. You fall the 60 feet, and you take 17 points of damage upon hitting the floor.
Ow.
Ow.
I vote we take a
No.
long rest, maybe. Can we do
Yeah,
that?
I would take a short rest or a long rest would be
Take a
good
long-
with me. I just
You've
Just
got
need to take a
4
break.
rounds left.
Oh,
like
I can't math. Thank you.
I'll just use a hit die.
Okay.
Or if we're taking a long rest, I mean, then I'll be right back.
Are you gonna? You hopped the gap, didn't you, Coward?
No, I said I could if anybody wanted to ride.
What is my?
Oh god, Curtis, you
investigation?
changed your total hit points. What's your total hit points?
Oh, 21. Sorry. What did I do?
Okay, there you go. That's right.
Thank you.
You changed the total amount that you have, like, instead of the current amount.
Sorry.
And then I was like, why does it say that she has 4 out of 3 hit points?
No.
That's not right.
Sure.
Oh.
I'll go over there with you and we can look at stuff.
Oh.
Calric.
Cool.
Damn
Okay.
it.
See if it's
I'm gonna-
trapped.
I'm gonna also give myself guidance on this.
I'm gonna give myself guidance just in case you drop me.
You don't need to make a roll.
You got me.
Oh, I'm carrying Layla. That's the.
Yeah, you don't need to make a roll.
Cool. All right.
You are large enough and hefty enough. The real question is, how do you carry Layla?
I feel like she sits like all of her on one of my shoulders, like with her
Oh.
like legs crossed all daintily. Like
Calric, please take me across.
Cast the spell, you get a couple of big furball bounding jump or runs, and then leap and land safely on the other side.
I want to listen against the
Nice.
door. Actually, I want to investigate the door first for traps, and then listen at the door.
I'll go get other people. Don't go go in yet, please.
Okay.
You don't.
Alright.
The door doesn't seem to be locked or trapped in any way.
Can I just ferry everyone to the other side?
How long does jump last? A while.
An
right?
hour, I think.
Yeah, a while.
Okay. Then everybody won't fit, but you can get 2 more people on the other side with you.
It lasts for a minute, so
Okay. So everybody, same thing. Everybody won't fit, but you can still get 2 more people on the other side.
Unless I open
Okay.
the door.
Yeah.
Is the door open?
No.
All right. Well,
yet.
let's fill up this four space, and then on your fifth person, I'll open the door.
Who else
Well,
wants to-
I was gonna jump over on this side, but I also
Do it.
wait, hold on, sorry. It's I have jump, so I could jump myself, but I also don't know how steady that bridge is, since I just
Can
don't
you
know if
only
this door
cast
is
jump
open.
on yourself, Jordan?
I'm just gonna
No,
pick
I
up.
can
I'm
cast
just
jump on
gonna pick
anybody.
up Buster.
Cast
I'm
on
gonna go
me,
pick up
and I
Buster.
could
Awesome.
Carry you across.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
fine.
I high five Curtis, and then I cast jump on her.
What?
Well,
What?
Well,
then-
not yet.
I mean,
Thank you, but
Chris.
not
I'm
everyone
sorry.
will fit.
Well, if you
Let's
want to
get
jump
the
too.
door open.
Sorry. High
And then
fives all around.
apparently I'm taking Curtis for the last one since Chris has been jumped.
Please be gentle.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna heal Curtis unless you took a short rest.
Although those two I carry in my arms like a normal person.
Oh.
No short rest?
There has been no rest.
Okay.
You guys talked about it and then started doing other stuff instead.
I'm gonna open
Maybe
the
we
door
should
then.
rest in a bigger room.
I think we should probably rest somewhere where gelatinous stuff doesn't form out of the walls.
Okay. Can I investigate the first step before I step in here?
The room has the following features. 10-foot tall painted statue of an armored male dwarf wielding a battle axe and wearing a mask, and it stands about 20 foot high. Before the statue set to the floor is an adamantine trap door with a pull ring on the side.
Invisible lady, do you need a jump?
You don't hear a response.
She's probably already somewhere. It's fine.
Shrugs.
Ooh.
I tried. I forgot her name.
Lord, never Ember. No, that's not.
That's
right.
somebody else.
Girlfriend. Starts with a K.
Esvel Rosnar.
Lady Rosnar.
Okay, not an R, not a K. Yeah.
I will give you this because it's easier to say and remember. Street name, Black Viper.
Black Viper. Awesome.
But your characters don't know that.
Miss Black Viper? No.
So Layla, in this room, there is a statue of a dwarf, and what looks like a trapdoor in the floor.
Is nobody else is coming across, or is there enough space
I'll
yet?
come across
Yeah,
because
we're
I
gonna come
want
over.
Okay, hurry up.
Did you say trapdoor? Can I try to disarm it?
No,
With
don't go in yet.
Maybe we should take
Don't
a
go
break
in yet.
before we open trap doors.
Trapdoors,
Take a-
and it's in the floor.
Yeah, take a rest.
Okay,
short
I'm
rest.
just gonna sleep over here all by myself, I guess.
No.
Oh
Cover.
no, I thought you were taken
Wait.
care of. I'm sorry.
well, we can't all fit.
Oh yeah, we
So-
can't all fit over here.
If somebody goes through the door, then they can.
You guys
Yeah.
are gonna all pile into this room. That's
I'm
the
going
plan.
in.
All right,
Okay.
take a Chris along. Wee.
Well, no, I okay.
There you go.
Fine.
Can I do
No.
detect magic as a ritual?
Chris gets carried under the arm.
I would like to
Oh,
do that.
why?
60.
It's funny.
You guys might want to roll
Um,
hit dice or something.
The statue has an aura of.
The statue has an aura of evocation magic?
Yep.
Oh. It likes the e-trading as a vocation? Okay.
That was a stretch.
Yeah, it really is. Evocation. Which one's that?
Fire. Explosions.
Oh, nobody touched that statue.
Or the trap door.
It's got like fire that it does, and fire is scary.
Fire bad.
Bad fire.
Fire hot.
Also, don't look at it too close. I don't trust it.
The statue itself seems to be some kind of important figure.
Can I make
Short
a
rest, short
history
rest, short
check?
You could do a religion check.
Religion.
Guidance on myself? Nope.
I want to help with that religion check. That sounds interesting.
I don't think it's gonna help.
Uh,
13?
A 13? None of you guys have what the statue
We don't know.
seems important and interesting. It's a giant dwarven statue with fire red eyes. It's painted elaborately. It's very attractive, but you don't know who
I
it is.
wonder who would put a statue here of this dwarf. Like, there was also a picture that, was really interesting to bust.
Yes.
I mean, but, like, it's good to admire artwork in small doses. I don't think we should also stare at this statue too long, or it might, burn us with its red, fiery eyes.
So you guys are gonna take a short rest in this room?
Yes.
Sounds
guess.
good.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Go ahead and roll your hit dice, and we can take a bio break.
Okay.
Okay.
5-minute
Well,
break. We are
good.
back. We're back.
Oh.